Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly, and we are getting a sneak peek of Kia's 2026 EV4.
Yes, Gearheads, huge thanks to Kia for having us out here to Detroit for this exclusive sneak peek of the Kia K4, their entry into the fully electrified platform. Now, yes, I know there is a Niro EV, but that's also available as a hybrid and a gas model. This is exclusively an EV, and while we do not know pricing yet, we do know power numbers. This is going to be exclusively front-wheel drive. It has two different battery sizes, which are 58.3 kilowatt hours in the light trim and 81.4 kilowatt hours in the Wind and GT line trims, which is what we have here. They are expecting anywhere from 235 miles of EPA estimated range in the base light trim up to a max of 330 with that bigger battery in the Wind trim. You will pay a slight penalty getting the GT line. They're estimating that to have somewhere around 300 miles of range on a full charge. Now, this does use their 400 volt architecture, which is more common in the EV space. It's what we see in the Niro EV. And Holly, you've got something special back there. You've got the charge port, which is the new Tesla plug on this one.
Yeah, and it's located right here on the front passenger side door. So you don't have to take up two spaces as in the past. Corey and I have had that issue before. It is not fun being that guy at the charging stations. So super convenient, fast charging.
Yes.
Great, very competitive.
And they are expecting 10 to 80% in 30 minutes on this platform, which is a significant bump up from the 45 minutes with the smaller battery on a Kia Niro. So that is a definite improvement. But Holly, you wanted to talk a little bit about the style of this GT line that we have here.
Yeah, well, the color that we're looking at is the slate gray, the shale gray, shale gray. And then also on the GT line, you're going to see all of these gloss black accents, as well as the front tiger face grille that you see. But what I like that's a lot of fun are the animated lights that turn on whenever you walk up. It'll turn on here at the front and at the back too, making a fun little light show. It's just a nice little touch that gives it a sportier look, something different than any other car on the road.
And as you can see, we are in this very dark black backdropped showroom here, but these are very bright lights, LED running lights, LED turn signals, LED all the things up front, but a very unique look for sure up front here. Kia did say that they are intending on getting a lot of first-time EV buyers with this EV4. So as we move inside, you will see it is a little more traditional on the inside. As we pan around here to the wheels, we get interesting trapezoidal surrounds on the fender flares. They are gloss black here on this GT line. Very unique wheel design. I think Kia has really been knocking it out of the park with unique wheel designs. This is a little more on the traditional side on the light and wind trims. You get a very interesting single spoke wheel. It's a very weird design. Hopefully we've got some B-roll of that we can put over. But kind of leaning into the more SUV-like thing, we do get those gloss black wheel arches and that gloss black panel down at the bottom of the doors, kind of accentuating the visual height of this. Now, they are citing the Tesla Model 3 as the main competitor of this vehicle, but there was something back here that you really liked, Holly. We'll talk more about it when we get inside.
Yeah, now this is a sedan, but I would say that the profile of the sedan makes it look a lot bigger than your traditional sedan. And one of those features is this window back here. a lot of times one of my complaints about straight backed windshields is it's hard to see out the back. But they have combated that with an extra window back here in the back seat. We don't get to drive this one, but I did sit in the driver's seat, and it does help with your overall visibility of the car, since this back window is so straight. And speaking of the angle of this, one thing that they noted is the reason that they made this angled the way it is because they didn't want to make the battery bigger to improve the range. So they really put a lot of thought into how they designed the car so that it's aerodynamic, making it move further without having to make that battery a lot bigger and making the weight of the car heavier.
That is a traditional trade-off that a lot of other automakers use, is just put a bigger battery in it. But batteries are extremely heavy and not as power dense as even gasoline. So that is a big problem in the EV space. Now, as we move to the very back here, you would be very in line thinking that this is a hatchback. You saw the profile and everything, but no, we actually do have a normal trunk on this with a very interesting opening. How did you describe it, Holly?
It looks like the bumper, you open the bumper up.
Yeah, so the entire back of the vehicle opens. This kind of reminds me of a Lucid Air almost in how it opens. It gives you a very wide opening slot to a very massive trunk in here. So you can see we've got a lot of space. We can 60-40 split fold that back seat down, but as is the industry norm, you're going to be doing that from the trunk, not the seat itself. So typically I pull those and then I reach all the way in there and push that seat back down, but plenty of space here. Now the hinges, you can see, are going to eat into the trunk space, so you'll have to pack accordingly. And you do get a little additional space underneath here where a spare tire would be. So there is a little extra storage. And then my favorite feature, we've got that cool design of the trunk of the back end of this, but so often you're going to be doing like Holly was about to do, grabbing it here, putting your fingerprints all over it. But no, they give you a plastic handle so that you don't have to get the back of your car all fingerprinted like you see when vehicles get really dirty and you have all those clean spots where fingerprints have accumulated. Really like the addition of a cheap plastic handle. It adds to the overall style. Now, looking at the vehicle, we have these aerodynamic handles that do retract into the body side when the vehicle is closed. You can see we have some ambient lighting in here, and oh, look, there's Holly waiting for us. There are a few things I do want to talk about on the door before we move inside. Heated and ventilated front seats, 2-person memory, heated steering wheel, all controlled right here. Very nice door pull there, all your controls down there, LED backlit. A little bit of storage there, a little bit of storage down there, and multi-way positional seat here with a relax mode. So even though we don't get a leg rest in this, it will automatically recline for that 30 minutes that you're going from 10 to 80% on charging. What are your thoughts on the seat design? Very interesting SynTex material here and pattern on them.
This makes it very comfortable to sit in. The little ridges.
Ruffles have ridges, but then we have the GT line embossed there. I do like the contrast, and I like that the darker color is down low. If you're wearing blue jeans, you don't have to worry about color bleed there. As we move inside, this feels very Kia K4 to me, in that we have the dual 12.3-inch screens. We've got that HVAC control here that we see on EV4 or K4 and EV9, now here on the EV4. So I like that dedicated screen, but
yeah, every space is well utilized up there. And yeah, like you're pointing out, you've got the buttons right here that are right into the dashboard. I noticed that right away. I really like that. But you also have actual buttons for your yeah, for your temperature controls, which they've done away with that stupid screen that toggles back and forth. You've got a volume knob right here. It's so much easier, so much easier.
Now, looking at the steering wheel, it is your new Kia steering wheel. You have all your ADAS stuff right here, your driver assistance, your volume and tuning, and all that. You have a drive mode button down here. And like we're seeing on a lot of Kia EVs now, your drive stalk also has your engine vehicle start button right there. You twist the end right here, forward for drive, backward for reverse, and then we have park on the end right there. And then in between us, Holly, is a feature you really highlighted earlier in your solo content. What are your thoughts on this center console? Lots going on.
There's a lot going on, but it is versatile, and I like that. I like that it's a dual level storage option here. I like the cup holders can be cup holders or not cup holders to give you options there. You got your Qi wireless charger up here with little sides, so you can actually utilize the space around it too. I'm thinking great makeup spot. Speaking of great makeup spot, this with the little notches fit my makeup perfectly. And then you also have a hidden under the not necessarily hidden, but it's got a lid. It's covered, and a little shelf, you know, in the middle if you need to put something larger there.
If you have something longer, you can.
Yeah, you can still stick it in there.
Like it, versatility, it really works. You got to line that up just right. Yeah. But you can see down here, I've got my iPad mini, so multi-tiered leveled storage here. Speaking of electronic devices, you can charge them. Up here, we've got some USB-C power. This one actually toggles between power only and interfacing with the screen here. You do get wireless CarPlay and Android Auto. We mentioned earlier the ambient lighting. That actually will do a little dance and adjust based on your drive mode, whatever drive mode you're in. Speaking of storage, we have a damped but not felt-lined glove box there, so a little additional storage here. And then coming to us, we have a standard size, slightly larger than standard size sunroof up here. And that does not cut into my headroom at 5'10". But let's check out the back seat and see there are some very unique features back there that we also like.
Yes.
Just like up front, the door handles are these recessed units that do go into the body side for better aerodynamics, and then wide opening for this back door. And Holly has already moved back to the back. What are some features we really like back here, Holly?
Well, we like the air vents being back here, which is not standard in this size sedan, as well as the flat floor back here, so you can usher kids across the floor without having to make them go around the car.
And then we get the same SynTex seats back here, same two-tone design, the ridges, the cool design. Go ahead and pull on that fold-down armrest with two cup holders. You don't always see that in this class. Center headrest there in the middle.
Car seat latches all the way across.
Yep, top tethers all the way across. Lower latches on the outboard seats. Me sitting behind myself at 5'10", I've got plenty of room, so no complaints there. As Holly pointed out, flat load floor, so you could, in theory, get 3 people all the way across back here. And even with that sloping roof line, I still have headroom in the back.
Amazingly, I still do too.
But that is about it for our quick tour of the 2026 Kia EV4 GT line. If you want to see more from Holly, including her top 5 tips on this EV4 for moms, go check her out. Facebook and Instagram at Female Consumer. Give them a quick sneak peek. What are your top 5?
The range, the seats, the heated and ventilated seats and lounge seats, the storage up front, the air vents in the back, and the flat seat, the flat floor in the back seat.
As always, you can find out more on all of our social channels, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Threads, YouTube. Everything is at GT Garage Talk, or you can go to gtgaragetalk.com. But as for us, in the backseat of the Kia EV4, until next time, Gearheads. Bye. Hey Gearheads, and welcome to Garage Talk. I'm Corey.
I'm Holly.
I'm Holly, and we're in Detroit getting a sneak peek.
I'm Tucker. Or, in fact, there's Tucker. I'm like, wait, there's no Tucker.
This is definitely going at the end of the video.
I miss Tucker. Okay.